let me not pretend. This is not hot chocolate, but cold chocolate. It's Nesquik, which has been basically my little morning drink of late. So yeah, I decided to do a little film. I am not wearing any makeup. I'm actually going to the gym afterwards. Let's start with a little bit of a life update, because those who do watch these videos, I'm a dog groomer and a dog nutritionist, and I work part-time as a dog groomer and part-time as a dog nutritionist. Now, when I work as a nutritionist, I work for somebody else in a store, and I do have to do quite a lot of lifting. So recently I kinda had enough of it. Well, not necessarily the job, but constantly having to lift and to struggle with my health. I have problems with severe neck pains and shoulder pains. Like most of them are neck pains, and they go as bad as going into migraines. And when I have migraines, I mean coming home from work, having to eat, shower, and then straight to bed, and then sleep until the next day. So this has been basically the past months, that it has gotten so worse that I have to be lying flat for almost 4 days in a row, like coming home from work, sleeping, back to work, sleeping, like that. It's been affecting my personal life a little bit too much, that I was really not starting to like my job anymore. Like, I did like the nutritionist advice I had to give, but I didn't like all the rest of it anymore. I just didn't feel good in my skin anymore, and I started to feel a bit depressed or burnt out. So just to avoid having a burnout, I decided to look for something else, something that is really my type of that just suits me. I didn't want to go for another job that I didn't like, just because I do have an amazing team where I work now. I do have amazing bosses where I work now. So this had nothing to do with them or the job itself, but just purely on the heavy lifting and my physical and mental health as well. So when I decided I was going to look for something else, I was like, I actually know what I want to do. There are just no openings anywhere near me, so I'm just going to send out my resume, and maybe I will get a response, maybe I won't. So I sent out my resume to one of the local bookstores. I don't know if you can call this local because they are all over Belgium, but there are two bookstores, well, more bookstores near me from this chain, and I just sent out my resume to them, and I didn't expect a reply, and only 2 hours after I sent my resume, I already got a phone call if I wanted to come in and have a little chat. Now, I wasn't expecting anything to come out of it, because, you know, as a part-time dog groomer, I have my fixed days where I groom, and then the other 3 days is where I work for somebody else. But those 2 days that I do dog grooming, I cannot switch them up. So most of the times when you go and apply for another job, they are like, no, you have to be flexible, and I want you to switch between days, and I want you to be working Monday, then Friday, then Sunday. You know, it has to be flexible, and I'm not flexible. I know that I'm not flexible, so I was expecting them to be like, yeah, you know, we are really looking for somebody more flexible, and isn't this possible for you? But instead, they offered me to work the exact same days that I am working right now. So I will be working Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at my new bookstore. The more fun thing is that, as somebody who reads mostly only young adult, new adult fantasy, and also only in English. I am Dutch speaking. I'm from Belgium, so I only speak Dutch. but I do read my books in English because I do not like the way that English books are translated into my native tongue. So I decided to, so I mentioned in my resume that I'm a big English reader and I like young adult, new adult, adult fantasy, and that I do quite a lot of social media and I'm good at it, which I think I am. And so they just said, you know what, we would like to have you in our team on Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We want you to expand the English collection we have here because we do know there's a higher amount of young teenagers and young adults who are interested in reading English. So we do want you to do this because we don't have anyone in our team that is interested in it. We also would like you to help us with the social media part because we do the social media part ourselves. So basically I actually got a bit of my other dream job, if I can say it like this. So I am really excited to see if this is going to be fun. I still have to work till the end of September with my other job. And for those wondering, yes, I did cry when I had to quit. I really did cry because it's not like I actually really hated my job. It's more of the constant anxiety of getting pain again, and that anxiety was causing me to get more pain because my neck was getting more stiff and more painful, and I was getting more migraines because of those anxiety issues. So yeah, basically I think it is a good decision for me. My manager now really understood it, so yeah. So guys, I am going to work in a bookstore. So instead of watching me film like basically days in my life where I work in a dog nutrition store, you will see me working in a bookstore in the future. And also still in the dog grooming salon because dog grooming is still one of my biggest passions. And I hope that when I switch my job, I will have less neck problems and I will be enjoying my dog grooming a little bit more. Because for now, I don't really enjoy it anymore, but not necessarily because of the dogs or the clients, but because of the constant pain struggles. So yeah, that's basically my little life update. Now let's go to a small little book haul. Is it everything? Damn, I missed one other book. Let me quickly grab it. So, first up from the book haul we have The Foxglove King by Hannah Witten. I have read For the Wolf by her, and I have to say I wasn't that impressed by it, to be honest, but it is what it is. I see now that this one is actually a little bit bent, which I don't like. But I think it might be something I did myself. So this is the Foxglove King. I have read quite a lot of reviews about this, and they were actually pretty mixed. So I am intrigued by it. So this is probably going up on my ever-growing TBR. I will probably film all the books I haven't read so far. So yeah, this one. Then we have actually a duology. I think it's a duology. I don't think there's coming a third book. And that is Dance of Thieves and Vow of Thieves. I have actually read these two already, and I gave the first one 4.5 stars and this one 3.5 stars. I liked the first one better than the second one, just world building and all that stuff, and getting to know the characters is a little bit more my cup of tea than just the actual plot. But these were really, really good. I actually read them on my e-reader, and then I just liked them so much that I just wanted to buy the actual books. And I mean, look at the covers. So yeah, beautiful, beautiful books. So this is basically about this girl who is, well, sort of a thief. but she is more of a thief for the queen, and she has to go and find something out for her. And I just thought it was a really good book. I loved that it was something completely different than what I have read so far, so really worth it. Up next we have a smaller book. I do like a smaller book every now and then, because getting through all those, I mean, how many pages is you? 500? Yes, almost 600 pages, and this one is a little bit more than 300 pages. So this is a little bit more of 300 pages. An assassin, a soldier, a prince, a deadly game of power. Now I have to say I do not like the main character's name. Sorry, I just don't like it. When Darlin Seabreak's family, I mean Darlin Seabreaks, come on, something a little bit more feminine or a little bit more badass. Were murdered by the ruthless house dragon, she swore she'd get revenge. And first to die will be their bloodthirsty war general Talon Goldhoard. Again with a name. Talon Goldhoard will defend his family at any cost, so when he meets Darlin, a ferocious girl who looks exactly like the one his brother, the High Prince Caspian, has painted obsessively for years, Talon is instantly on his guard. Neither could have anticipated the thrilling chaos they will bring to the other's life. With their world catching fire around them, they must navigate betrayal, prophecy, and love. This is a game where nobody knows the rules and everything is to play for. So this is Chaos and Flame. They were sworn enemies. Fate had other plans. I do like the cover actually. I think it's pretty. But I don't know how it's going to be. It seems like an easy, fun little read to me. So very interested. Now, on another note, I decided to buy a book by a Belgian author, which is Lauren de Droog. She is an author from Belgium, and she has written a book in English. As you can see, I already started, and it's A Curse of Crows. Now, I have started this. It is a little bit complicated in my opinion, because of I don't like books that has like descriptions of characters and that in front and description of words. I don't like that. Just that's my opinion. I just like a book that just reads easily but does have a lot of story to tell, if that's the correct way to say it. Like for instance, you do have quite a lot of difficult names, and a lot of them are difficult to remember. Like you have the major gods, like Chaos, the Mother Creator, the First God, the Sunday, Summer, and Magic. I personally think it's a little bit too much. And I'm getting a phone call, so I'm going to put this down, answer my phone call. So let's get back to this book before my boyfriend interrupted me with a phone call. But yeah, so this is basically a female villain origin story. This is about Diana. Diana worshipped and offered to the gods, even to the god of malice. So basically all mortals avoid the god of malice because they say he brings the plague to the doorstep and all that stuff. So at some point Diana is getting a little bit desperate, in need of help, and she prays to the god Charis, who is the god of malice. And then she gets entangled in the deal she made with him. Now Charis isn't actually the villain she has been taught to avoid, obviously. And the demons she feared while growing up are not the enemy. It's not hell she should be wary of, but the realm of the gods, where thorns hide beneath spoken words and vows. While Diana learns her place in the game of thorns, she finds herself tested again and again, but everyone has their limits. So I am really interested in seeing where this book is going. I am now about, let's see, 122 pages in. Now this does come with multiple point of views. I mean, it's Diana's point of view and Adeline. Yeah, I think those are the only two point of views. So far, I don't know how these two are connected. Like, Adeline is not necessarily into Diana's life at this point. But I do think that they will, because otherwise, why would she do those two point of views? But yeah, I am really interested to see where this is going. I do like the cover a lot. It's really pretty. I do wish it was in hardcover, actually, but I'm just a sucker for hardcover books. So yeah, keeping you guys updated on this one. Talk to you guys later. I'm now going to get ready and go to the gym because I have to try and get more active again, on my good days at least. So, and let's hope that those good days are now going to continue now that I'm going to work part-time at a bookstore. Bye guys!